Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at SPY and QQQ, that is S&P 500 and Nasdaq, and then tech stocks, that is Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Netflix, Google, and Amazon. So let's take a look at the market overall, what is going on over here, and is today's sell-off something we need to be worrying about, or are we still doing fine, right, overall? So let's start off with S&P 500 today first. Now, what are we seeing in the structure here, guys? We are still in higher highs, higher lows, all right? Like, this is no kidding. Like, we haven't even changed the structure yet. So if I pull on my another indicator here, the structure is still technically in the bullish complete zone, and there's not even a single candle that I'm seeing that we are seeing a break of structure. That is not happening yet. Now, even in my opinion, even if cool off comes until on SPY 547 and 89 cents, that in overall structure will just be a pullback, a fine pullback, but SPY is still not giving that. It is just a intraday sell-off or a cool off, nothing more than that. Structure on SPY is still bullish. There is no sign of price action that tells me that this is the double top. I'm not seeing any sign of that right now. For this even to form a double top, we need to at least see a break of the level of 548. Then only we can start constituting that, okay, this is potentially, I mean, even before that, there's $555 level triple stacked support right now sitting, and price hasn't even making any on the daily interval lower highs. We still have higher highs and technically still higher lows as well. And real quickly, if I take you to the hourly interval, you can see S&P 500 is still holding above the previous pivot and is ready to just rock and roll back again to the upside. There's, again, if, again, continuous weakness we have to see, we have to first lose some pivots to the downside, and right now we are still technically holding pivots. So it's some resistance coming at the all-time highs, which is fine, but structure, at least for right now, hasn't broken to the downside though, okay? Regardless, anything you do, you will have a stop loss on the other side. If you took any position at this break of structure, your stop loss should be existing down here. And if you took the position down here when I was calling out all these bullish plays, then take some partial profits out here, all right? So that's that. This is SPY. Let's take a look at QQ. And my intention out of these videos is to teach you what to look for. I'm not here to tell you what you have to do. You can go and do whatever you want to do. I'm just providing my opinion here. Nothing is financial advice here. All right, QQQ. In the morning also I talked about this is the level 473 and 83 cents. Technically we are still in an uptrend. If QQQ can continue to hold itself above here, things are still fine. And also on QQQ the structure hasn't broken. Structure is still technically staying bullish. This red line, if you remember from back then when price was down here, I said that above this structure will start to turn bullish, and you can see my indicator already marked the structure turned green and bullish from there on. Structure on QQQ, we are still in the bullish structure. If you need access to my tools, links are in the description below of this video. All right. So, and QQQ is getting a little bit bought back up there. If we lose 473, again, take partial profits in these extensions. But if we lose 473, the next level we are watching, definitely that's a loss of a pivot. And then next level we are watching is 20 days moving average to see what the price action does there. But if we stay above this 473 and 82 cents, overall structure on QQQ also still remains bullish. I do see there is some, weakness, losing a pivot. But now if we can get above 476 and 52 cents as well, we are all in the clear again to ride the wave to the upside. But this is the next level you are watching, right? 476 area, because that's where consolidation is below the previous pivot. But we are about to rock and roll. Let's see if we break out to the upside. But things still are not bad on QQ. Overall structure is still holding strong on the daily interval. If QQ would lose that, then I'll be like, okay, overall structure is getting weaker, and for intraday also I gave you the level to watch. Microsoft. So now making our way to the tech stock. So Microsoft is a little bit interesting thing here. Technically, it is in the red structure. So we did lose a pivot and weakness is coming in. If I show you my structure here, we have turned red over here in the structure. So, and we are continuing thereafter lower. Now, though, the only saving point on Microsoft is this level, guys. If we, again, take partial profits, when the structure turns red, it means you shouldn't even try to be in any position of, on the long side, you should take profits out. Again, it's your choice. But The next position I would only want to take upside if we don't lose 410, and definitely losing this level will put it much more in the weaker state. But this is the last spot. If bulls can hold 410 and 20 and 200 days moving average, and things can continue up again after breaking above the level of 470 and 63 cents, that's where I expect structure may start to again a little bit show some upside. But that would be the area to watch. But right now, a little bit Microsoft is going through the weakness. 20 and 200 days moving average is the area you are watching for potential support. If it holds, we'll have to go to, that's the last line for the bulls. If we go to the hourly interval, the problem I'm also seeing is that we have lost 200 hours moving average on Microsoft. So there's a little bit more things stacking against bulls on Microsoft, all right? So, but you have the levels to watch. Yeah, right now though, structure is in the lower highs, lower lows on the intraday as well. So, and on the daily, I'm showing you that my indicator has also changed the structure after that red candle. So something just to keep in mind, okay? So that's that. But yeah, this will be the last line of defense. If any defense has to come, 410. All right, Apple. So Apple still continuing to stay strong. And yeah, this is, I mean, any pullback until 220 would have been just fine on this in the overall structure, but it's not even doing that. And structure on this continues to stay strong, and even on this indicator we are still in technical in the bullish territory as well here. So and yeah, above 20 and 50 it's fine. Yeah, Apple is also today getting bought back up, not seeing any sign of weakness on this thing. Meta. So Meta, this level I talked about already, this zone with you over the weekend. If you lose this, there is weakness. You can, which is losing like 423 area. Losing this will give us weakness at least until 20 days moving average, or this level of 515. We are getting that. Now, yes, we are in the cool off mode on this one. So if we go to the hourly interval as well, we are also below 200 hours moving average. I precisely provided you this level over the weekend, guys, precisely. These zones, right, like 515, you can see pinpoint, we tested right over there. Get access to my tools. My tools marks these levels automatically for you. Meta has a bit of a hill to climb back again. If we want to stay intraday continuation to the upside, Meta would have to, without going further below, will have to get above 523 and 58 cents first. If it can't do that, then it can continue to stay weaker. All right, so but that would be the zone to watch for Meta. All right, Netflix. So Netflix, no problem, continues to stay strong. On Netflix, we haven't broken any structure. Still, we are in the technically bullish structure. And I pretty much talked to you guys about this very level. Any pullback until this blue box is still fine. And you can see we are already seeing some buying happening. And even until this 664, that will just constitute overall structural, just a pullback, nothing more than that. Intraday, let's see what it's doing. And it's still above 200 hours moving average. Still, well, it already has a higher pivot today. So now the next move would be if it don't loses 685 to the downside and we break out and above of 689.87 cents. That's the level for just a continuation to the upside. So, but yeah, this is the zone you are watching for intraday at least. All right, Netflix, that's that. Google. So Google technically is in the bullish structure. It's trying its best to continue to hold above this 20 days moving average, and it looks like it may continue to give it a bounce, but technically structure on this is still just in the bullish territory here. And this is what I also provided you, these zones like rejection, potential pivot formation, the next leg up, and we are just continuing that above 20 days moving average. Nothing to worry about. As long as we don't break below 164, this thing can continue higher as long as we don't break below 164. If we lose it, we lose the structure, which it has formed in the uptrend right now. But yeah, losing 164 will be a problem. That will be like, okay, losing the structure to the downside. Amazon. So Amazon, it's going weaker, and also my indicator changed the structure on this from this red candle, just very similar to Microsoft, you know. So, but yeah, the last line of, and it's coming at this, look, that's fine. I talked about all these moves back up to this blue box, and we got all these moves on Amazon, and now we are running into some resistance. This zone, as long as, like, this is the last line for the bulls. If bulls can still hold above this blue box, we are fine. If we lose bottom of the 171 and 35 cents bottom of this blue box, then we are in a much more dire situation again with Amazon. So if a pivot has to form, would be a hard pivot, it has to be here. Well, hard pivot in an ongoing overall structure, there is definitely some pivot lost here. But this would be the zone like 170 when you are watching. If it can hold here, things may again start to turn upside. But otherwise, if we lose 171, then again a little bit of a bigger problem we have in our hands. Okay. Well, guys, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in my next videos. If you need access to my tools, links are in the description below. All right, guys, take care. Bye.